It's not funny. He's got a mental health or a substance abuse issue, and you're going to trash him? That's what happened. There was a social media platform out there trashing a grown man because he doesn't look like us. I got to stand up for him.
St. Johns County Sheriff Robert Hardwick gave an impassioned address at last week's commission meeting.
Online bullying and scammers. Several months ago, the Sheriff's Department stopped posting mugshots on their website. Scammers were using inmate data to impersonate bail bondsmen, and they contacted families requesting payment via apps like Venmo and Cash App.
My detectives were busy with doing detective work on scams. People taking inmate information and making up IDs and posing as them, committing more crimes in St. Johns County, making it more difficult for us to do our job because we're tied up with that.
He also made a case for compassion and mercy.
5% of the inmate population are heinous and atrocious crimes. The rest of 95% of the population is DUIs, domestic battery, mistakes in life to feed the addiction of substance abuse or a mental health issue, or simply making mistake.
There are websites that are devoted exclusively to posting mugshots and humiliating people. Hardwick won't play that game.
We're not going to entertain everybody in St. Johns County because that's their thing every day, is looking and making fun of people.
And the sheriff added,
you can do a public records request and ask for inmate pictures all you want to. That's what the law requires, by the way. You can do a public records request if you want to see jail booking photos. You can call 824-8304 right now, ask for main control and say, is Billy Smith in jail? And our jail will tell you yes or no.
Efforts are underway to restore the database, but with new safeguards.
So yes, ma'am, we're in the process. But you will not see the jail booking photos under Rob Hardwick, and it's not required by law. And I think you'll see the remainder of the sheriff, 67 of us, getting together in the near future, doing the same exact thing.
For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
We're really excited for people to see what we have in store for them for July all throughout Parks and Recreation Month.
Joey Pellegrino, Public Relations Specialist for St. Johns County, giving a sneak peek of a slate of fun events.
Parks and recreation programs held at county parks throughout July will give you and your family lots of opportunities.
We're going to have popsicles in the park almost every week of the month at a different location, sometimes on Saturday, sometimes on Wednesday. We've got family bingo night. We have 2 different golfing events done in coordination with St. Johns County Golf Club. All Abilities Kayaking on July 19th, a kids fishing tournament.
And there are prizes, too, for those who come to more events, means more chances to win.
When people come to these different events, they'll have the opportunity to enter their names for a drawing at the end of the month for different prize baskets with different parks-related goodies.
One of the goals of the July activities is to encourage exploring. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
We've made the decision that the right thing to do is to not spend more money than we need, to make sure we're keeping dollars in the pockets of taxpayers, and that we're setting aside funds for Florida's rainy day fund.
State Representative Sam Greco is sharing his thoughts on the state budget.
There were a number of discussions about what the best way is to make sure that we're taking in money responsibly, spending money efficiently, and leaving the most money we can in the pockets of taxpayers. That took time to work out, but we were able to come in and land the plane and get the budget done on time.
State Representative Greco says the $115 billion budget is a reflection of the state's efficiency.
We're lucky in Florida that we already have an extremely efficient government. We have one of the lowest state employees per capita, some of the lowest spending per capita of any state in the country, and this bill continues that. We actually have reduced our spending this year, and we are one of the first, if not the first state in history to do that outside of a recession or other type of external pressure.
Greco says the budget eliminates sales tax on business rent.
Florida is the only state that taxes business rent. This is one of the rare examples where Florida is not competitively advantaged. This completely eliminates the business rent tax permanently.
The budget also extends Florida's back-to-school sales tax holiday through the month of August. It also creates permanent sales tax exemptions for items like bike helmets, life jackets, sunscreen, and bug spray.
Extending sales tax holidays is an opportunity to allow Floridians to keep more of their money, and particularly for purchases of essential items to prepare themselves without the burden of sales tax.
There's also a one-time sales tax holiday on outdoor supplies September 8th through the end of the year, and tickets to sporting events and theme parks will now be exempt from sales tax. I'm Daryl Moody reporting.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.